Hello everyone, my name's Althus, welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, I just want to say a couple things. I know the part 2 to the Rogue Lineage Beginner's Guide was supposed to come out a long time ago, 2 months ago, which was when the first one came out. But yeah, all I can really say is at first I was working on school, and then after that I just didn't have any motivation to make them. But now, I'm gonna start making videos again, and yeah, it's gonna be good. So in the first tutorial, I showed you guys how to loot crypt, some other basic loot spots, and the basics of Rogue Lineage overall. But I never really got to how to get your base class and stuff like that. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to get your base class and some more advanced looting areas for once you have climb and stuff like that. Alright, so one of the first spots that are pretty good for looting, it's near Sanguine and Alana. That stuff's just right over there. You're gonna need to climb to get up this hill right here. But it's called the Church of the Prince. You just come up here. All of these pews, not all of them, but some of them have trinket spawns, like these rings right here. And then if you go down here, there's trinkets there too. And down here, there's trinkets. So it's pretty decent. You can get like 20 silver maybe normally off of this spot. So yeah, that spot's pretty good. And I think this usually is closed. So if you come down here, you just gotta press E, and that'll open that. So another pretty decent loot spot is up on top of here. This is also one of the Fallion spawns for the mage base class. I'm not sure if I have enough climb to get... No, I don't. Alright, so... But if you do have enough climb to get up there, you can climb all the way up there. There will be some trinket spawns on like the ledges and stuff. I think I might be able to get up right here. And then it's also where Fallion is, and it's also where you can get up to Sky Castle too. So to actually do that, you're going to need one of each gem. So like a... Not each, I think it's just Ruby, Emerald, and Diamond. I don't think there's Sapphire, but I may be wrong. So you talk to him, and if you give him all of those, then you will be transported to Sky Castle. So Sky Castle is also a really amazing loot spot right up there. But the diamond can be kind of hard to get, so you might want to buy that off of somebody. Alright, so once you've climbed up here, you just gotta go on top of these. There'll be some down right there. There'll be some down there and down there, and then some on this side too. You don't need max climb for it, as you could see when I was climbing up. You just gotta make use of the terrain, but it does help. So. And as you're coming over here towards Cardinal, there's crypt over there. If you haven't watched my first tutorial video, you're going to want to go to that to see how to properly loot crypt, because that can be a really, really good loot spot early on. But then there's another one in the Sea of Dust that I'll show you guys right after Sentinel. Oh yeah, and then another alright loot spot's over there at Isle of Eth. If you came there, there'll be 2 islands. It's also where you can find mithril for if you're a super blacksmith, which can get you a ton of money, but I'm not going to go over that in this tutorial. Also remember to check the docks down here, and now that you have climb, you're also going to be able to get the loot spot that's over there. There's one down there, and then there's one that spawns in between all these crates, one that spawns in this jar, and then there's also loot spawns up there if you climb up that wall right there. And then, oh, there's a metascream. And then there's another loot spot right here. Another really good loot spot is right up here. It's also where you can rebuy the Tonto if you're a shinobi and die with your Tonto. So all you gotta do is come up these stairs and just climb up through this gap, and you'll get through, and there's usually tons of trinkets in here. You can easily make 30 silver maybe, I'm not really sure, but here's the Tonto right here. You will only be able to buy it if you're a shinobi. Otherwise, they'll just say you can't buy this yet. But if you are a shinobi, you can buy it for 40 silver if you die and lose your Tonto, instead of having to go all the way back to Sunken Passage, which is pretty helpful. And yeah, that's it for Sentinel. And our next spots are in the Sea of Dust. Up there in Monk Tower, that's also a great loot spot. That one will only be like 3 or 4 though. But if you combine all these together on your looting patterns, then you can get a decent amount. Down there in the Southern Sanctuary, if you are orderly, you can go in there and get a couple more trinkets. That's a decent spot. Also, over here are where lava flowers spawn, and screams spawn up there. Shrooms, I mean, whatever they're called. I'm not really sure. And then there's also glow screams up there that you can get. Over there, I think I showed that place in my last video. There's some decent loot spots up there. Yeah, if you combine all those, you'll be able to get a decent amount of silver. I hear Fimble over there. If that gets too close, I'm probably gonna log. Alright, so the next spot is right over here if you just turn left from entering the Sea of Dust. Here's the, I'm not really sure what this is called, Paradiso, okay. Right here is a trinket spawn, back here is a trinket spawn. Sometimes a desert mist can spawn right here, which is I wouldn't call it an artifact, but it's decently rare. And it's used to make Silver Sun, which can cure you of vampirism, which happens when you eat a bloodthorn, or pick one up, rather, in a sleeping forest. Alright, so yeah, you just gotta come through here, and then this is Spy Tower. This is where you get the super for the Whisperer Spy. There's trinket spawns on top of all of these. I don't think there's any right now, but on top of all of these, and the ones over there, there's some too. I'm not sure if there's any up here. And then there's a ton up there, so I'm just gonna go and show you how to get up. This can work both if you're just looting or if you are getting Spy. There used to be a sand dragon, similar to the ice dragon and dragon pit in Tundra, that used to spawn here, but that was removed a long time ago, so you don't have to worry about coming through here. The only thing is, if someone gets tomeless, they will be spawned with low health right here, so watch out of that. And then, yeah, that's really the only dangers of this area. A lot of people like to do artifact trades and deals and stuff like that here, since there's not usually anyone here. So keep that in mind too. Alright, so to actually get on top of here, you can get up here without climb, it's just much harder. So you just gotta start right here. You can use all of these things for ledges for resting on, or for doing the parkour if you don't have climb. Just climb makes it 1,000 times easier. So just keep climbing up here, and then once you've gotten far enough, about right here, you just climb around the edge on the left side. The right side will take a little longer. I'm actually not sure. I think the left side is shorter, because it's right here, and then you just gotta climb up these. And watch out, because if you fall off of here, you will instantly die. Not just break a leg, you will die. Unless you have Morbid / Spy, Feather Falling, or combined, then I'm not really sure if you'll die. But there's some trinket spawns in these crevices right here. But you will need climb to get up to this guy. He's the spy trainer for the super. You just talk to him with enough training, EXP and stuff like that. And I think 300 something silver, I'm not really sure. And he will give you all the spy skills. And also another thing, when people are going to Kai, this is kind of later down, but when people are going to Kai, their sack ults, to be able to go to Kai, they have to either be an Ultra or a hybrid super plus super. And the easiest hybrid super is a Spy and a Monk from Monk Tower over there. So just keep that in mind. They're the two easiest supers to get, in my opinion. Alright, and then you're just gonna have to keep climbing up here. And then right over there was the Spy trainer. You just climb around here again. I think those might have trinkets in them. I'm not really sure. But this staircase will just lead you into here, where there's a ladder. Climb up, and you'll be at the top. And it has a decent amount of trinket spawns. I'm not really sure how many. I don't remember. Oh. Also watch out, because if you fall down this ladder, then you can break your leg. So once you're up here, there's a ton of trinket spawns and scrolls. Occasionally PDs and ice essences will spawn up here. I've seen those a couple times. Those are really the only artifacts I've seen. I'm not sure if any others can spawn, but So yeah, this is a really good spot. It just takes a little time to get up and practice, because like you can fall the first couple times you try. It's a little difficult. Now this is also a really good place to train your climb, because if you get up here, you can just go out on this ledge like right here and just train your climb with no distractions at all. Really the only threat is if someone used Fimble on you, but that's extremely unlikely to happen. Because if you're right here, you can see people coming in, and you can also see people climbing up, so you can be prepared for any situation, really. And yeah, so overall, it's a pretty good spot for a lot of things. And a Nightstone just joined. Great. Alright. Alright, so our next trinket spot is gonna be up there by Renova. And it's gonna leave us off like up here at that Necro Tower. That's where you can both get the Ultra Abyss Walker and the Super Necro. Also another good spot for trinkets is over there. There's a basement and you can go down there. There's also a door. I think you might need lock manipulation to open it if it's closed. I'm not really sure though. So over there is a good spot too. But right now we're gonna go up to Renova and over to Necro Tower. Oh, I just got day 2. Sweet. Alright. Can mana dash now. So you just gotta go up to Renova, and then you'll see these ledges up here, and then there's a doorway right up there. And then there's also a cauldron down in this building to make your potions, and then this is where the base thief trainer is. So I'll go a little bit over that after I show you this loot spot. Alright, so once you're in here, you're probably going to want a light source, so you could, if you don't have a torch, you can just grab one of these glow screams. Oh gosh, this is taking me I don't know why it's so hard to grab it. And there, alright, so just hold out the glow scream, and you can light your path. Don't go down there, there's nothing really bad, it's just a waste of time because there's nothing there. Alright, so if you just follow my exact movements, then you won't get lost, because it's pretty easy to get lost down here. And I think they may have changed how to get down here. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think this used to be here. I'm not. Maybe I just haven't played this in a while, but you're going to want /E bow. /E bow down. And then that'll allow you to get under there. Alright, so then you want to come in here and just follow the only route you can go as of now. Turn left. Left again. Keep going forward, and then you will find the entrance to Necro Tower. There are loots, like trinket spawns, all around the edge right here. So you're going to want to check all of these pillars, just in case there are any. There's some that spawn on top of here, around these. There's also some that spawn inside of the Necro Tower. So you're going to want to come in here, just check. I think there are some. This is the Super Necro Trainer right here. And yeah, I'm not actually sure if there are any, but there might be, so just check, just in case. And then to actually get inside the sewers, which is the main place of looting, you're going to want to drop down right here. And now this is a little tricky, so just watch closely. I'll go over it a couple times. If you have a helmet, take it off so it's easier. You want to block so that you can move to the corner more easily. You want to stand at the very edge as far as you can, and then make your character look a little bit in. And then you want to move your camera so that you're kind of looking inside of his face, and then you want to shift lock. It might take a couple times. If you don't have shift lock on, you can just press escape, go to settings, and turn on shift lock switch. Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I was getting it wrong, actually. You want to angle yourself towards here. Because, like, say this is the corner. I was trying to angle myself like that. You actually want to angle yourself like that. Alright, so once you're inside of here, there's like 3 loot spawns on each side. You can also find, like, PDs and stuff. Once you've got all of them, you want to run over here. And also watch out, because this is a very, very common loot spot. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is run all the way to the end. And you're just going to want to log right here. And then you can go to a new server and then go over there and see if there's trinkets. It's a really effective way. It's one of the 2 best, 3 best, 4 best probably loot spawns. Those being probably in this order: Necro Sewers, which is where I am now, Sunken Passage, Castle Sanctuary, and Castle Rock. So, but Castle Rock is extremely difficult. I don't even know how to run it. I haven't done it before. But anyway, to get out, you're gonna want to climb up right here and just dash, and then you'll glitch out. I'm just gonna show you how to do this one more time. Alright, so once you're here, you're just gonna want to move to the wall and angle yourself towards the sewer, which is right there. I was getting it wrong the first time. And then look at yourself, and then shift lock, and you should go straight in. And wow, Trinket already spawned again. So once you've gotten back to the entrance to Renova, this is the way to get out. Alright, you want to go left. I usually get this wrong, so. And then right. Right again. Left. Right. No, not that way. Keep going straight. And you should end up right here. And then you can just walk under that, and then you're back in the main part of the cave. And then after that, you can just walk over here, back to the entrance to Renova, right up here. Alright, so for our next spot, you are going to want to go back to Sentinel, or Cardinal Crossing, and then go back to the forest. Alright, so once you are in the forest, yeah, you're going to want to go left from the cliff, down from Sentinel. And there's some loot spawns in here. There's also Bloodthorn that spawns here. And then you're going to want to go into here. If you haven't been here before, this is where you go to Flowerlight Town, Sunken Passage, and the Z-Scrooms. And then I'll go over the Z-Scrooms after I've showed you Sunken and Castle Sink. Oh, that scared me. I hate when this happens. There's always like silver in the ground. Oh, there we go. Alright. Cool. So, you're going to want to come up here. And it gets really foggy up here, just so you know. So you might want to just don't be reckless, or else you could fall off into the void and just lose your life and everything you have. Which would, that would suck. So, you're going to want to go across this bridge. If you fall down there, you will die. There's some loot spawns up here. There's some loot spawns right here. There's also some loot spawns up there. That's right there, I mean. And then if you just climb up here, watch out whenever you come here, because this is like the most popular place to get XP besides Shriekers. So you're going to want to be very careful. And if there's no one here, then you have less of a threat, but you still have the Z-Screams, so you're going to want to watch out. So what you're going to want to do, there's also some loot spawns down there that you can grab. You're going to want to just charge up your mana and then just run. across, because like sometimes they don't notice you, but when they do, you can die. So just try to run down and climb up the wall before any of them see you, because as soon as one hits you, then you're basically dead. It's kind of like shriekers, because they'll just infinitely stun you. Alright, so to get to Sunken, you're going to want to take a left from here. There's also many loot spawns all around here, so just like check on top of those pillars a lot. Shows that you are now in Sunken Passage. Well, almost, I guess. There's some loot spawns behind those graves. There's a loot spawn behind here, and then there's a cauldron in there if you want to make potions, like a feather feet potion or something if you're going really deep in. So for this part, you're definitely going to want a light source, so you can use that glow shroom that we took earlier, or if you have a torch, you can light it right here. This way is to get to like the Shinobi trainer, the Wraith Knight trainer, Yalda, stuff like that. So don't go this way unless you know what you're doing. In this tutorial, we won't be going over that, but you're just going to want to go right. There's no threats if you go right. So you're just going to keep going, and then take a right as soon as there's an opening, and then follow my my exact instructions. So you want to take the first right once you get in, left, right, and it's basically just that: left, right, left, right, left, right, until you get into here. There's some trinket spawns in here. Don't worry about that button; it only opens things in a sunken, deeper in. Alright, so to get back, it's just opposite. It's just left, right, left, right, left, and then right again, and keep going down. You'll be here, and this place has acorn lights and a lot of trinkets. So like this is a Yalda, for example. It's kind of an artifact, except if you're a hybrid super or an ultra class, then it'll send you to Yalda, which is how you get to Kai. Seems like it has trinket lag, so I can't pick it up. But those go for, like, if you're not planning on going to Kai, you could probably sell it for like 100 silver, so it's pretty good. The acorn lights will also spawn on these, which can sell for about 5, I think. So they're pretty good. There's trinket spawns up here and up there. And then to get out, you're just going to keep going straight. And yeah, that's how you loot Sunken. It's pretty good, actually. If it's full, you can get a good 50 silver, maybe. So you're just gonna want to keep repeat looting that and necro sewers plus castle sank. You'll get tons of silver. So to actually loot this, you're just gonna want to go back to this gate right here, and then log. Go to a new server, and then you can go back and do the same thing I just showed you. And that'll get you a decent amount. Alright, so coming back can actually be a little bit tricky on your first couple times. Once you've climbed over those cliffs, you're just going to want to take a right here. If you keep going, you'll go to Flower Light, but you're just going to climb up here, and then you'll be back to the Z-Scream Pit, and then back to the main forest area is pretty straightforward. Once you're coming back, I doubt there'll be Z-Screams unless someone's farming them, because I think that despawns them from there. So yeah, just climb up back here, and then keep going straight until you get to the bridge. Alright, so this is a note from future me while I'm editing the video. I've been editing for like 3 hours, and I really don't want to keep going. I feel like I went over a lot in this video. It's already like 26 minutes long, which I feel like is decent. So if you guys want the part 3 with Tundra Guide and how to get your base class, maybe super, I'm not really sure yet what I'll put in it, but if you guys want that, let's shoot for like 100 likes on this video, and I'll make a part 3. But if you guys liked it, if you guys enjoyed the video, it helped you in any way, please leave a like, subscribe. It really helps a lot. I know this is cliche, but yeah, it really helps a lot. And thanks so much for all the support in all my other videos. It's kind of crazy how much it just blasted off in a month, this channel. So, well, anyway, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.